Good afternoon and welcome to MOOC Talk with me, David Kernahan. I'm here with a small group of people talking about this exercise we've just done, which involves sticking post-it notes on a bit of paper and drawing arrows. So first up, BBC Radio 4's Dave White.
Thanks for that. We've written, panned down over here. We've got, what we did was we wrote down a bunch of people. So here's Sam Youngster, a 13-year-old SWAT. Here's an educational researcher. These are people that we might have an expectation would engage with this MOOC that we're designing, right? And then we wrote down over here on the other side of the piece of paper, it's a bit like one of those Keith Floyd things, isn't it? The expectations they might have, or the type of learning that they might want to have, their motivations.
I split them into achievements and successes. So an idea about where these people might be trying to end up if they follow the MOOC.
So give us an example then.
Okay, so let's take one of these as an example. So we've got Roberto, 28, male, educational planner, bit of a hobbyist, part-time, sometimes employed, likes anything digital, addicted to Facebook. So what is he hoping to achieve? Well, let's say his main one would be participation, sharing digital space with others. And in terms of success, increase in number of Facebook friends, Twitter followers, and potentially contacts on LinkedIn. So I'm looking at what kind of constraints might help or hinder him reach that. Positive, then, well, he's already, if we use Facebook and we use social networks, that kind of person will be helped by that. They'll already have that set of digital competencies. If we're thinking about things that might hinder that person realising their goals, then if we do very in-depth activities or make them particularly difficult, it's going to be quite a painful experience.
So they're looking to expand in the nicest possible way their professional network would be the...
Have fun, and at the same time, potentially one of the indirect effects through having fun might be both increase their social network, both professionally and personally.
So at the other end of the spectrum then,
give an example.
Traditional learner, what's your perspective on a traditional learner's engagement with this MOOC, this putative MOOC?
I think that what we spoke about quite extensively is the time constraints, and although we've got the professional learner, the person that will continue to contribute to different modules or different MOOCs, etc., and they want to get some professional development, which is what we've put here. We do have the time constraints as well, and also the lack of accreditation, which for the professional development side they would want some form of accreditation as well.
Okay, but they're going to have a very different approach to, for instance, the hobbyist, the edu researcher, and the MOOCerati, who are people who are interested in MOOCs because they're interested in MOOCs. And obviously, the plus side of that is they're likely to be capable of engaging. They're living the Martin Weller dream. I've said it on camera there. So we would have an expectation of some MOOCerati, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I would call these kind of the observers as well.
Why is this one called George?
That's his name.
Okay.
George.
Yeah.
Indeed. George wants to live the Martin Weller dream then.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that covers quite a few people and angles.
But we've picked a good example. So we've got the hobbyist, we've got the MOOCerati, we have the educational researcher, we have Sam Youngster, the 13-year-old. We've got the troll, which is an interesting one. Who's there just to cause trouble?
Yeah.
The observer and the traditional learners. So we have a variety of different people who might be involved in the MOOC with quite different ideas about what they want to get out of it.
Design.
So who do we design?
Everybody happy?
Okay, thank you very much. You've been watching MOOC Talk. If you enjoyed that, please download our podcast.